My mother's mistake ruined our lives. Our 2-year-old daughter drowned in my mother's pool. She had left her unattended for just 2 minutes, a fact we know from the security cameras. A fire alarm went off inside the house, causing my mom to rush in to check for a fire. Thankfully, there was no fire, but by the time she came back outside, our daughter had crawled into the pool. Despite my mother's desperate attempts at CPR and the slow arrival of the emergency team, it was too late. My wife and I were devastated, and healing has been a long and painful process. We recently started grief therapy to cope with our loss. During a session, my wife suggested that it might help if I cut off contact with my mother. I told her I couldn't do that, as I don't believe my mother should be blamed for the tragedy. Things deteriorated further when my wife saw me buying a birthday gift for my mom and demanded that I sever ties with her. I explained my position, but acknowledged her pain. She then told me she would divorce me if I continued to speak to my mother. My mother's tragic error split my family. Our 2-year-old daughter tragically drowned in my mother's pool. She was left alone for only 2 minutes, which was captured on the security cameras. A fire alarm had gone off, and my mom rushed inside to check for a fire. Fortunately, there was none, but when she returned outside, she found our daughter in the pool. My mom tried desperately to perform CPR, but it was too late. The emergency team took 30 minutes to arrive due to my mom's remote location. My wife and I were heartbroken, and our journey to heal has been excruciating. We began attending grief therapy to help us cope. During one session, my wife suggested that cutting off my mom might alleviate some of her pain. I told her I couldn't do that because I don't think my mother should be blamed for what happened. Things escalated when my wife saw me buying a birthday gift for my mom and asked me again to cut off contact. I explained why I couldn't comply, but she insisted she would divorce me if I kept speaking to my mom.